Yo, you know what it is, man. You know who I am. You know what this is. Welcome into the program, baby. Yesterday we talked a lot of NFC, but today we're gonna focus on the AFC. You know what that means? We're gonna talk a lot of New England Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers, Houston Texans, some other teams who might can step in and dethrone the champs of the AFC. But you know how we do. But welcome into the program. You hear that music, you know what that means. We about to talk some NFL. We about to talk some CBS and AFC right here on the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. You already know what it is. Yo, what is up, people? You know what time it is. Let's get ready to break this thing down AFC style. And I cannot think of a better guest to have. You know, I've known this man my whole life. I basically grew up with this man since we were, we go way back. Like, we basically kind of went at the same time. We played ball together, went to school together, we graduated together. You know, I happen to think it's one of the best athletes to ever come through Count for myself personally. Great football player. Really good basketball player. He'll probably tell you he thinks he's a better basketball player than football player, but I'll tell him it's a lie. And the truth be told, if the man had to really put his mind to it and wanted to play baseball, he could have been the best baseball player in Cannon Falls. But he chose not to do that. But let me introduce to my guest at this time, the one and only Dwayne Debo Hudson. Come on in here, boy. Come on, have a seat down. Come on, have a sit down with your boy. Glad to have you in here, man.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Glad to be here, brother. What is up, man?
I don't know it, man. I'm ready for this football season. I'm ready to get going. I miss it.
We miss it too, man. We talked a whole ton of NFC yesterday, so obviously we're gonna talk a whole lot of AFC today, and the conversation starts and ends with the boys that you root for, those New England Patriots. Ended the season in a bitter fashion, getting beat by the Philadelphia Eagles, getting up a ton of points. We still don't know why Malcolm Butler ain't play, but that's another discussion for another day. But an interesting offseason, a lot of departures. What do you think of the team overall heading into the season?
Well, at the end of the day, lost a lot of guys, true, but we added a few. All our parts stay together. Defensive, young guys, better. Get out there and stay healthy. James White, he underestimated as a.
Oh, in the playoffs, he just show up.
I mean, if he had 10 to 15 rushes, he'd have more rushing yards. But he don't demand that. He don't ask for that.
The Patriot way.
So him being a big piece. I think the sky still is the limit.
Yeah, man, I'm of the mindset that they're asking a whole lot of Tom, man. I mean, they have cut basically every receiver that has they signed or has came to camp. Julian Edelman, as we know, have a 4-game suspension. Gronk is, he's the best tight in the league, but he stays hurt. Defensively, I can't name but a handful of guys on that side of the ball. I know it started last year in the Brady Belichick thing, but it really appears to me from a distance that Belichick is really sabotaging Tom Brady. Are you seeing it that way? Because that's how I see it.
Well, I wouldn't say he's sabotaging Tom Brady. Belichick he's a winner, whether with Tom Brady or without Tom Brady, not before their combined wins together, but Belichick, he's developed a way, and he's a winner. At the end of the day, Brady got to retire. I hate to say it. This could be his last year, At that age, even though he take care of his body well, but at that age, man, one bad hit or just one hit, it could take him into a situation where he got to constantly, think about his career and his future, rather than just keep playing football. So I think Belichick more or less thinking about the future. He plan on being around, man, and where he's built his program, he ain't for going backwards and retraining a new quarterback and going through with the rookies. he'll be out of there just as well as Tom Brady. So he might want to retire when Tom retire. That's why I think the situation what's going on with him and Tom. Tom's an eager competitor. He want to play 10 more years, but I don't see that happening.
Absolutely not. And I was on the mindset that Jimmy G was his guy.
Yeah.
That was Belichick's guy.
Yeah.
He was going to run Brady off and then get a ring with Garoppolo and say, look what I did without Tom Brady. That was his guy. And I think once now Tom leaves, because there is no exit strategy. It's Tom or bust now. I don't even know who the backup is. They brought the guy from Brian Hoyer because he was there before, but I mean that's not a guy who's gonna be around after Brady leaves. So I'm on the mindset that once Brady done, I think Belichick will be done as well. But Jimmy G was his guy. That's stuck in his craw. But a lot of moving parts in that New England Patriots. But I mean, it's still got to be overwhelming favorites in this division. You look at this division: Buffalo, the Miami Jets. Jets starting a rookie quarterback. I like Sam Darnold, but you got a rookie quarterback. Not much else going on with the Jets. You want to handicap your division a little bit. Kind of tell me, I don't see any threat. Buffalo, Nathan Peterman, and Colin Kaepernick can't get it. You know what? I'm not even gonna start. Nathan Peterman ain't grabbed. Miami still got Ryan Tannehill, the receiver who's playing quarterback. So I mean,
that was that's another team. Miami. I mean, we all know that. Not because I like New England, but I feel they're the number one favorite to win the AFC. But I think Miami is in the middle. Either they play good and they continue New England. Cause
they play New England well. They always play New England well.
Normally
head to head, yeah.
Normally it's a split.
Absolutely.
Well, and they take care of the rest of the three teams in the division. That were the other two, the Jets and Buffalo. They got a good chance of winning the division because New York Jets, Buffalo Bills, I see them three. But if Ryan Tannehill come out and play what paid to do, $100 million, do what $100 million quarterback supposed to do.
Awful lot.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'm looking through the AFC East. Miami lost one of the best playmakers, but a leader in that locker room, Jarvis Landry. Right. I love that kid. They lost Mike Pouncey as well, so a few veteran guys that have been there for a minute, but they did add Danny Amendola, Albert Wilson, and Daniel Kilgore, just to name a few guys. They got rid of Ndamukong Suh, obviously. Draft-wise, they draft Mika Fitzpatrick, who I love. I love that kid. You can line him up all over the second. I know that's a type of player that you gotta love.
Before the draft, personally, probably best player.
That's high praise, but it's not hyperbole though, because I know the type of you are. That's a versatile guy who can do so many things, live in so many spots, safety, nickel, corner, and when you have that kind of versatility, and he's a willing tackler. He likes to stick his nose in the face. So I know you like that kind of guy. Exactly. They drafted Mike Gesicki, the tight end out of Penn State, really good receiving tight end. Then the linebacker Jerome Baker from Ohio State, who I think is a sideline type back. Jets again, they got Sam Darnold. And not a whole lot else to go with him. I do like Buffalo though. I like Buffalo did in the draft, but they roster is terrible.
Like Buffalo quarterback. Nearly halfway supposed to be. Buffalo had any kind of forward. A lot better quarterback. Maybe further down in the draft and invested in up early in the draft and try to help get that team to the edge there, even for at least the division, let alone to about winning a title. Because you got to have playmakers on defense and offense. You're gonna have playmakers. Josh Allen is not only not a playmaker, then we're gonna be starting in the first game, maybe the first 15.
I'm with you. I mean, I like the second pick, Tremaine Edmonds. I loved him a lot. He fell out to 16. I was shocked by it that they picked him up. But this roster is horrible. Offensive line has been depleted. Gordy is gone. Eric Wood retires. Kevin Benjamin is your best receiver. There's no way in the hell you winning anything with Kevin Benjamin, 297 pounds, as your best receiver. So this roster,
linebacker on him.
This roster is just terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't even need to it's a foregone conclusion that the Patriots are going to win this division. I mean, I don't even think she even had a discussion. But for a draft pick for the Patriots, give me a couple of names that you like for the draft wise. I mean, Sony Michel.
Man, you just took it right off my mouth, man. Sony Michel. I mean, he was, of course, one of the two sponsors that he was consistent. And plus, if you got to share the carry and share the ball with another guy just as better or not better than you, willing to stick around and do that. I mean, that gives him some kind of credibility as his integrity as one fits in well with
the Patriot way. His guy, sacrificing, selfless type guy.
Right, and his teammate, but unfortunately, we lost him.
Isaiah Wynn, that was a huge loss because considering you lost Nate Soldier. So I didn't mean to ask you about that left tackle position since Nate Soldier is gone. Isaiah Wynn, who basically got hurt, so that offensive line now,
We're
thin.
We're very thin.
Very thin. The offensive line spot. I like. What pick I like? I'm probably being a little biased. I like the Duke Dawson pick because I know he can do a lot of things.
Exactly. He's very fast and very versatile. Being the fact that we're losing so many, we lost a lot of our playmakers. Maybe he'll be this team try to throw out there. Well, we can get Tom and Gronk and James out in that open field, 30, 40, 45-yard line, man. At crucial times in a crucial game from first team return from possibly Duke Jr. I mean, I think he could be a help to the team.
I like the Danny Shelton pick up in the Adrian Claiborne, some help across the D line. Get somebody to get out of the pass because you haven't had a guy since Chandler Jones. Kind of just let him walk out the door. So
like we always do.
I know, and then the Brandon Cooks trade. I mean, you just got him. I mean, at some point, all of these now, losses now.
The Jimmy G trade, I scratched my head. The Brandon Cooks trade, I about lost.
It's like, what?
I mean, 1 year, him and Tom, they really didn't have an off season, to really get the whole time together, and really they put up good numbers.
Absolutely.
Just like that, you trade them away. That's what result. Back to what you were saying earlier about the Belichick trying to sabotage Tom. I mean, I think it's more each one of them trying to push their weight around with the boss.
Show who more important. Who they trying to get father's love. It looked like to me.
Exactly.
But I think we clear that the Patriots are going to win the division, right?
Yeah, I would still would say that. Despite all the discrepancies, I still would say that.
Now here's the division we about to head to. The AFC North. And honestly, I wrestle with this all day long because I'm telling you people, y'all know I'm not a Pittsburgh guy. I've been telling you for a couple of years they are just like Miami Hurricanes. They are a fraud. In a sense that it doesn't matter what the hell they do in the playoff because if you can't beat number 12 in New England, who is 11-2 against you, it does not matter what you do. So who cares what Pittsburgh still do in the regular season? And they're a bunch of prima donnas, and they just drama seekers. I mean, they always in the damn news for everything but the right thing. It's always something. Yeah, Big Ben every year he talking about he gonna retire after a game. I mean, well, go ahead and do it already. So I'm not a huge fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this division, but it's still so. Well, what's going to happen with Le'Veon Bell? I mean, he's not going to show up. He can't get a deal done right now because the deadline has passed. He says he's going to show up tomorrow. So, what are your thoughts on Le'Veon? Is he going to show up?
I recall last year this situation was something similar. And he wants to play football, man. He do. You can tell that. Of course, I don't know personally, but being a fan of the game, and tell he want to play, but he also feel like he's earned the right to have guaranteed money.
Absolutely.
A lot of people, they get it misconstrued. They offered him, the franchise tag is $14 million, which is great, but
no long-term security with that.
If this year, it's a 1 year deal. He get hurt or his numbers go down, guess what? You're not a prolific back no more, so therefore you can't get prolific back money. I mean, he's carried his weight, man.
Absolutely.
He's carried his weight, so I just true indeed, man. I think he's gonna show up. I think he's gonna be ready. Now, if he's gonna be ready to fit into the offensive scheme what they got going on, and it's a different thing, Plus, they lost Bryant. His numbers wasn't as at the top receivers in the game, but if Bryant was on that field, Pittsburgh, man, it took the edge away from, defenders, and they let them know they had to watch for him. So he's gone, and like I said, we don't know the continuity and the chemistry what Bell gonna have with the offense. I mean, I really don't like. I don't like Pittsburgh winning the AFC North this year.
I don't like them. We're gonna get to our picks in a minute, but I don't like them at all. And not just the stuff I mentioned earlier. The defense has been lousy for years now. I do like T.J. Watt. They added him. They picked up in the draft. They picked up Terrell Edmonds, the twin brother of Tremaine Edmonds. Right. But I mean, you look at this draft and you go to yourself. The defense stinks, but yet they took 2 offensive players in the first 3 picks. I mean, they took a James Washington receiver. Like, why in the heck? You don't even know. See, you got Juju Smith-Schuster, you got Antonio, you got little Eli Rogers, you got Jesse James. Why do you need another offensive weapon when your defense is so horrible?
I honestly kind of really find a lot of mid-level short route. It's horrible. I know a lot of Pittsburgh fans not gonna like it. I mean, just. Well, I tell it like it is. The arm strength of Big Ben is horrible, so therefore you gotta get a lot of little guys that run short routes, quick agility routes, where you can still look elite and the team, keep them on edge.
And you should be in TV because that's said with me because that's the biggest issue. I think Big Ben is about to fall off a cliff. I saw regression last year. He had moments where he looked good, but he had some moments. The Jacksonville game come to mind, the first one when he threw 5 picks. Exactly. So I see him fall off a cliff. You don't have Le'Veon Bell as right now who you can lean on. I mean, you got James Conner, and we should all root for James Conner every time he touches the ball. Exactly. If you don't know his story, you need to Google that. But I'm not a fan of Pittsburgh, and you can't get me on that board. I'm sorry. I'm just not buying it. Let's move. Let's move to. Now, you say that Baltimore or Cleveland is the biggest threat. So let's which one you want to go to? Do you want to go to talk about Baltimore or you want to talk about Cleveland?
We can start about Baltimore.
You want to talk about Baltimore? Okay, let's go to Baltimore. I don't trust Joe Flacco. And so, he's holding the clipboard. He got 1 season left. So this is basically his swan song. So let's get his ass up out of here. They had a running game in years. The defense is still actually pretty legit. They still got some really good players defensively. I do like they draft a lot. I had Hayden Hurst as the #1 tight end. They get him. Get Lamar, of course. They get a big old tackle from Oklahoma, Orlando Brown. Right. Then they come back and get Mark Andrews. So, whenever Lamar do take over, you got 2 safety nets, 2 tight ends. But thoughts on B more, man? I mean, as a whole, they added Michael Crabtree also and John Brown with his need. So 3 receivers try to help this lousy, pathetic passing game that they had the last few years.
I honestly, man, Baltimore is a hard-nosed team. They went through a struggle the last years, especially since the Super Bowl. But they're hard-nosed, and their coach as well, Jim Harbaugh. I like him a lot. To me, it seemed like he was a guy I would have loved.
Yeah, he looked like that.
That's why I said at the same time, Joe Flacco gonna have a good year.
Really?
He's gonna have a good one, like he just not old as in saying last year.
No. It's just his last year. This deal. This is last year in Baltimore.
$100 million contract.
Yeah, this is last year in Baltimore.
No quarterback who's not physically declined that much. Feel like they're gonna deserve that much of a pay cut. So you're either gonna put up your best numbers, but like you say, you're gonna be out the door. That's why I say basically, Joe Flacco's gonna have a good year.
Joe Flacco, he's buying the Joe.
As you spoke, defense.
Oh, defense. It's always good. It's always good. You look at it. Let me find. If you look at it, they were 4th in the AFC in total defense. They only gave up about 19 points a game. So defense is always.
And they have playmakers, especially.
Hey, a stud. C.J. Moses is a stud from Alabama. So I like B more. I don't know about winning the division. Let's go to the. You know what, man? We talked about this all air because. We both are high on Cleveland. I don't know if I'm high as you are, figuratively, but I don't know if I'm that high. But I like what Cleveland has a boatload of talent. True. And I think in a couple of years they're going to be reckoned with. But let's focus on this year. They draft Baker Mayfield. He brings a lot of excitement to the club. Denzel Ward, the top corner in the draft. I had him ready top corner to get him. Nick Chubb, Antonio Callaway was a steal in the 4th round. Not to mention to go with all the talent they already added with Jarvis Landry, adding Tyrod Taylor. Carlos Hyde to the mix.
Josh Gordon coming back.
I mean, Josh Gordon. I mean, this team is loaded with talent, and I think Myles Garrett is going to have a phenomenal season. I'm talking about maybe defensive rookie of the year. I mean, defensive player of the year type season.
Right.
He's going to be a hair raiser.
That's basically why you said it for me. That's why I like Cleveland so much, man. I seen Jarvis Landry when he first went to Cleveland. You know, I seen a clip. You know, it was somewhat not a few weeks ago. How he was up in the receivers.
The receiving movement, yeah.
Did you see that clip? You know, and the energy he talked with and the passion he spoke on, like this ain't the Cleveland Browns, but this ain't the old Cleveland Browns no more. You know, this shit got to change. You know what I'm saying?
Culture got to change.
When you got players adamantly speaking that and you know and he feeling it, you can see him. You know, you think he finna go in a ring with 12 rounds with somebody, but he meant what he said, and that's the end. If the young guy and the young talent that you just spoke of is ready to embrace the challenge, which the old guys bring to them, man, it's gonna be something to watch.
I'm high, man, but I can't. They went 0-16.
That's true.
I mean, I think they're gonna win a lot of games, and I think they're gonna open the season and shock that team right there. I think they're gonna win that first game.
You ever heard that saying, from the bottom to the top?
Hey, my braid did it. Worst to first. Hey, I've seen it done. I just don't know. But I like the makeup of this team. You know, I'm a personal fan of Hugh Jackson, so I hope that he does well. So I'm rooting for the Cleveland Browns. I mean, I just think everything they've done has been really good. Bringing in a new GM. I think they got football people running football operation, which is good. And I think they're gonna be something to reckon with, man. I think they're gonna be a tough team to handle. So, you know, with that, let's move on to the other team in Ohio. I don't know what to make. You know what? I don't even know what to make of the Bungles, because Marvin Lewis should have been fired 6 years ago. He has to have something on the owner of the gym. He has to have information, some dirt somewhere to be keeping his job, because they have been horrible, and they reached the pinnacle and it just kind of stopped. And it's just like the quarterback. I think that Andy Dalton has tapped out his potential. I think he's reached the fullest he ever going. This is the best he's ever going to be. He's never going to be good. And he got paid well. You look at him. You know, they drafted Billy Price in the first round, a center from Ohio State. They get a Malik Jefferson linebacker. I think it's a good pick. Mark Walden, quarterback from Miami. Sam Hubbard, really good DM from Ohio State.
Exactly.
So they got some pieces, but they just undisciplined as hell when I watch the Bengals play. That's just me. You know.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet as possible. That's why I like Cleveland first of all. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, we went on. Now we're talking about Cincinnati. Now why you see I like Cleveland?
He gave his pick. He gave his pick away. He gave his pick away.
I apologize. AFC North. I mean, it was just itching him. I had to just get it out. He
won it.
I just had to get it out. But long story short, Cincinnati, Marvin Lewis hadn't won a playoff game
ever.
How long?
Ever.
12, 13.
15 seasons. I'm guessing. He got a 2 year. I guess he got a 2 year extension. I'm not sure. You know, I don't know.
Cincinnati. I want to try out. Can I try out? Yeah, I want to try out. That's about the base I can speak on Cincinnati.
I just don't know what to make. I just don't know what to make. I just don't know what to make of them. They went 7-9 last year. They have talent. I mean, you got Jeremiah Green out there, one of the top receivers in the league. And they got a really good tight end, Tyler Eifert. I mean, I don't trust Andy Dalton. I mean, like, Andy Dalton is trash to me. Like, he's just bona fide trash. So go ahead. You already made your pick, basically. You're picking the Cleveland Browns to win this division.
I honestly picked it because I felt like the discussion on AFC North was over when we talked about the other teams. I honestly don't even. You don't consider the Bengals. Marvin Lewis and AJ Green.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna be, they're gonna do what they need to do, but that means 10 wins for Marvin. If that means 10 wins for Marvin Lewis, if that means 10 wins for Marvin Lewis, well, that's 10 wins for Marvin Lewis, but he still won't win a playoff game. So I mean, Marvin gonna get his 10 wins. He's gonna get his accolades. Good job, and be going first round of the playoff.
Shut up. Let me move on while you work on that over there. Yeah, he got the Browns winning the AFC North.
I got him, man.
I don't want to do this. I'm forced to do this because I just cannot see the Browns going from 0-16 to the playoffs. I don't trust Joe Flacco at all. The Bengals are a freaking mess. I do love Cleveland's roster, but I mean, they can't get that, can they? Can they get all over there?
It's possible.
I got the Steelers by default. I got the Steelers by default winning the AFC North. So let's move on to the AFC South. I think this could be a really, really competitive division this year. You look at it. Last year, Jacksonville finished 10-6. Tennessee finished 9-7, made the playoffs as well. Houston was coming on strong before Deshaun Watson got hurt and they kind of wrecked the rest of their season. Look at that. That's a really good division. Jacksonville is loaded defensively. We know what they represent defensively. I mean, they got just one of the best defensive teams.
And Jalen Ramsey. I like that kid.
Another guy you would love. I mean, he's a cornerback, but he got a linebacker mentality. I mean, he's
in a safety range.
He's outstanding. Jacksonville league in points allowed, 16 points a game. I mean, just stingy. But I want to talk about quarterbacks. You know a little bit about the quarterback position. Let's talk about a little bit about Deshaun Watson coming off that ACL, second ACL injury. He threw 19 TD passes in just 7 games. He looks fully healthy and looks like there is no issue whatsoever. So, when you think about Deshaun Watson coming back from that ACL injury,
man, first of all, I want to say congratulations to anybody, on an injury is that again, at the level that he plays on. Coming back from there with no conscience and no worry about I applaud him for that. I'm glad for him for that. Yeah, but
it's sensational. I mean, if he stays healthy, there's no reason he won't even he will be in the MVP conversation in my eyes. I think that's how good he is. They didn't do a whole lot in the offseason. They didn't have a lot of draft picks because the year before they traded a lot of picks to get Deshaun Watson in the previous draft. But they did add 4 offensive linemen because they had gave up an NFL high 54 sacks, which you cannot have your quarterback getting hit that many times, and especially a guy coming off an ACL injury. So we should see how that goes as well. The other contenders in the division, Indianapolis, Andrew Luck is back. Let me, because I don't think we ever had a discussion about this. I was a huge Andrew Luck guy. I've been a fan since his freshman year at Stanford. So how did you feel about Andrew Luck? Before then, present, then going forward. How do you feel about Andrew Luck?
I personally, I agree with a lot of the commentators and analysts and you as well. Coming out, of course, I know him personally because being a Notre Dame fan, I seen him a lot over the years at Stanford and kids. He was very smart. He was very physical. He's fast to be a quarterback and at his size. And he's a competitor. So, I was really high on him when he first came in which he had good numbers, on and off, but he also had problems forcing the ball a lot. But he didn't have the best of talent around him as well, either. So, you got to take that into consideration. At this time, as the Indian roster has changed over, I might know maybe 4 players. And I normally know every, at least numerous guys on every team, and I don't know a lot of their players. That don't mean they're not gonna be good, but I'm just saying that speaks how young they are. So hopefully Luck can get back out there and show his leadership. Maybe they can start looking on the up and up. But I really don't have a lot of confidence in team being good. But I feel like Luck will be back to Andrew Luck caliber.
I agree with you. Firing the GM was a good thing. Firing the head coach, Frank Wright is the new head coach. The coach. I thought they had a really good draft, because they get the best offensive lineman in the entire draft when they get Quinn Nelson from your Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He was an absolute. He was the safest pick in the draft. There was no doubt about it that he was the best. He can plug him in right now. He will be there for 10 years, barring any injuries. That's how good he is.
And help keeping that pressure all up.
Absolutely. I mean, because it was almost criminal that they never got an offensive line and never got a solid running game to go around the kid. They just thought they could play him like Peyton Manning, where he could just mask a lot of the problems that Peyton did for several years, and it got him in trouble. Now you got this guy banged up. That you paying this guy a boatload of money. He missed all of last season. He just started throwing a regulation football. It was like 2 weeks ago. So
it's been like 2 years.
I mean, so almost 2 years worth of injuries. So you kind of got a ton of money. So you would think that you would invest in your offensive line or running game.
Yeah, you would think that.
So they did add Eric Ebron, the tight end from Detroit, very productive tight end. Christian Michael, running back from Seattle. So maybe you can get an established running game. Still got T.Y. Hilton, Door, tight end, the Door kid. So. I don't think they'll pose a merger with third in the division. I just
hope Luck finishes. That's about the best I can say. Man. I just hope he finishes this season.
And that might be a tall task, because give me what I just told you, because I don't know if they're smart enough. Well, I think Frank Wright is smart enough to know to look.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah, he can't.
Wright, he didn't start. He wasn't a starting quarterback in the NFL, but you got to think about who he played with.
Look, good God, even at college. I mean, look at the guys he played with at college, then on to the pros. I mean, but he played around Hall of Fame his whole career, so you would think he understand. Look, we ain't got this personnel. We can't have this guy having 7-step drops, looking for the deep ball every time. Because if you watch Indy play, that's all they run is deep ball shots. 7-step drops with no offensive line, and that's all they looking for.
And fast as the D linemen are, today's game, 7-step, that means cream lump.
And in this division,
yeah,
they got
exactly.
with the Texans with Clowney and Merciless, Wyatt, and then Jacksonville got those studs out there. So I mean, you can't be doing that. So let's move on to Tennessee. Now, Marcus Mariota had a terrible season. He threw more picks than he did touchdown passes, but they made the playoffs. Actually, won a playoff game. Traveled to New England, and then they got off the field, but
I kind of checked out on it. I don't never like to miss football playoff game. I checked out on that one.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Had a good, they drafted Rashaan Evans, the linebacker from Alabama, who apparently has not been healthy the whole camp, so his status is uncertain for us heading into the season opener. I forgot to mention they also have a new head coach. Mike Vrabel takes over. Find a coach who made the playoffs and won a playoff game. I mean, it's just stuff you just don't see. They also drafted Harold Landry, outside linebacker from Boston College, really good football player. Added Deion Lewis from your Patriots, so now you have Derrick Henry with a Deion Lewis,
as well, I think.
Malcolm Butler, big free agent signing. So some good pickups for the Titans. How you handicap the Titans coming into the season?
That's Tennessee, not last year, the year before last, Mariota's freshman rookie year. He was electrifying. He had energy on that football team. There was I feel like there was maybe one or two veteran playmakers or veteran leaders away from contending. And last year, like you say, they fell off.
They took a step back regular season and made the playoffs.
So that would be a thing you can take into consideration, that they've got a new coach. So sometimes it don't always be for the bad, it don't always be for the good, but energy, vibe, it changes things. Sometimes when the change comes, it loosens everybody up, and give them a little more confidence to be better, do better. So I honestly think Tennessee's gonna be last in the AFC South, not because of them not winning games, but it's a young division, man. Houston, Jacksonville, and Indy. We don't know if they're not gonna be good. I said I just want to see Luck, finish the season and compete, but at the same time, we don't know, man. They're all young, and young teams catch a little energy and get a little chemistry. They get it rolling, man. Hey, look our leagues. I say they'll be last, but not because of less wins, because of they're competitive.
The division gets a little bit. The division does get a little bit better, because I definitely see Jacksonville being better than Tennessee. Definitely see Deshaun Watson. If he stays upright, that team is definitely a playoff caliber type team. If he stays healthy,
right? That's just honestly, it's arguably the best.
I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not gonna argue that, because I think
how I feel about the AFC.
Yeah, because I think because only one team come out of the division,
right.
And then the AFC South definitely getting two teams.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure you got two teams as well. I got two teams. We're now stay just a few minutes. Let's pick this AFC South again. I think Jacksonville is the only overwhelming favorite. I mean, he got everything coming back. Blake Bortles got his money now, so he's secure. But they did lose some receivers, Allen Robinson, and then Marquise Lee just got hurt.
Right.
Preseason, he's out for the season. But you got some young guy, Kenneth Cole, D.D. Westbrook, and some other guys. So
you have Sean Green, Florida State. He was. I thought it was going to be a Stevie Smith type receiver in the league. He kind of never really panned out, these first few years. But you can't never count a man out, If he's still on the roster, if he gets some playing time, you can't count him out. Who knows?
I think they like what they have. I mean, Marquise Lee was gonna be a big part of the offense. They just paid him a lot of money because they let Hearn and Robinson go. So you figure they thought D.D. and Cole and Marquise Lee would be a good team. That gave me a little pause, but they did draft D.J. Chalk out of LSU, a really good receiver. I forgot to mention their draft picks. They got Taven Brown of Florida, another good D tackle. I mean,
Right.
this safety Alabama running Harrison, like they need more defensive players. So I just think it's still significantly better than everybody else. Long as Blake Border don't revert back to just booty and just can be serviceable as he was last year and not make those kind of mistakes, I think they win. I think Jacksonville wins the division. Who do you have winning the AFC South?
Honestly, Jacksonville, they was a boss of a team all year last year. I agree with that. But Houston, like we talked about, he didn't play half of this. He only played 6 games, you know. For him to had the accolades he had in that short period of time, and the team so eager and urgent to get him back and get a healthy and a fresh J.J. Watt back, I have to give Houston the edge, man. I feel like their defenses are similar in so many ways. Quarterback comes down to Blake Bortles or Deshaun Watson. Yeah. That's why, honestly, I gotta go with Houston. And I like I'm not a Jacksonville fan, but I like the team. They're young, they're in your face, in your mouth. But Houston's the same thing, but a little older, a little more confident and secure at quarterback.
Hey, I can't argue with that, because if you just put a gun in my head and say, which quarterback do you want? I want Deshaun Watson. But I know I got a known commodity in Jacksonville, so let's see if they can bid off of that. You know, so we'll go from that. But let's move on to the AFC West. You kind of say they want for land, because this division is going to be a little topsy-turvy this year. You got a lot of moving parts out here in this division. Kansas City, who they won the division last year, they got a new quarterback. The Chargers still got Phillip Rivers. Oakland is in flux and in transition. They got a new head coach in John Gruden. We'll get to him in a few minutes. Well, that's been. Denver also has a new quarterback as well in Case Keenum. So, just looking at this division, it's hard to handicap it because there's a lot of stuff going on. But I'm gonna tell you right now, we're about to get into one of my favorite teams in the whole conference, and I'm super high on this team. They're not in San Diego anymore. They're in LA. Those Superchargers. I am super high on Phillip Rivers in this team. There is no reason why this team to not only win this division, but do a lot of damage once they make it to the playoffs. But what's your thoughts on the Chargers? You know, I'm going to give you my reason in a few minutes why I like the Chargers so much. But you tell me what you think about the Chargers.
I'm going to tell you, Phillip Rivers, he's a competitor.
Absolutely.
You can't never count a competitor out. When you've been a competitor and competing in this league for almost 14, 15 years and still haven't got over the edge, don't see it being now. But they have a young defense.
Ferocious.
Gets out the ball
I
like
love
no
it.
other. They got a good young back in Gordon, but he had his fumble issues as well, though. So I don't really know how that's gonna go. And plus, I think they lost a young tight end for the.
That's a big one. That hurt me a little.
And he was the reason why they let Gates go.
They re-signed him back.
And we know Gates about 240 pounds.
Yeah.
Look like he should be something more like tight end.
That gave me a little pause, because I'm glad you brought it up. That did give me a little pause, but go on.
Yeah, so, I also, Mike Williams. This is his first year.
Absolutely.
He'll get to be. His size and his knowledge of what he can do with his size, you can see that with him and Deshaun Watson connection back in college. So he upgraded more, learned more, and been taught more now. So his understanding for his body size and what he can do in red zone, especially, or just anywhere on the field, knowing Phillip Rivers will take that chance and throw him that ball.
We'll take a chance.
I can't count him out, but you can't. I ain't gonna count him all the way in, but I ain't gonna count him out neither, because that could be a scary situation, like say down in LA.
You about to kick me off to the ledge, because I'm on it, baby. I am on this ledge. But anyway, let's move on we'll get back to the Chargers in a few minutes. But let's move to Kansas City Chiefs. They win the division. Kareem Hunt shows up maybe and leads the league in rushing last year. They get to the playoffs, of course, but then they just let Adam Smith walk, basically, just to get a job to Patrick Mahomes, the second-year man out of Texas Tech. Got a lot of weapons. Tyreek Hill, got Travis Kelce, maybe the second best tight end in the league, but you lose Marcus Peters defensively. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Tom Ali been gone for a couple years now. So handicap the Chiefs. Your thoughts about Patrick Mahomes?
Well, I personally, I haven't seen him play a lot of games. First of all, being out there, Texas Tech was it? And they play a lot of late games. Channels you don't really watch and see. So I've never really seen a lot on them. I've heard a lot of talk. You know, people have feel like he got a good upside to him, but at the same time, he's still young. You know, he got to learn, he got to develop. You know, but it's possible. At the same time, man, I kind of see Andy Reid old feeling all over again. Instead of a Donovan, now we got a young quarterback, which eager to learn and eager to prove because he has not done and has been nothing yet. Was a starter, NFL. So that's kind of I think that's gonna work in Kansas City's favor. And Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill.
I didn't mention Sammy Watkins.
Oh yeah,
they added Sammy Watkins.
Exactly, but another one you didn't mention, big boy, tight end.
I mentioned.
Man, he's a monster.
Yeah.
So with all those weapons, if Mahomes can come into his own, and I'm pretty sure Reed's gonna put a lot on him to do that because
he has a big arm. Man,
his arm. They brag on his arm and having the speed that Tyreek Hill has, and being the skill runner that Kareem Hunt is, and Travis Kelce being a wonderful route runner and a big receiver or tight end, but he more like a receiver. Offensively, I say he's making it the old Philadelphia type look, but at the same time, I think it's gonna be more like the greatest show on turf type offense.
They got a lot of explosive players to go that big arm quarterback. And like I keep telling you people, you can't win nothing with check down Alex. It doesn't matter if you got all these damn deers out here to run out of this field, but you got a quarterback with a pea shooter. That's why they got rid of him. That's why Jim Harbaugh got rid of him. So stop with this Alex Smith 49 Alex Smith stuff. Just quit it. But yeah, I'm with you, man. They got a lot of talent, but defense, I don't trust them at all. So let's move on to Denver. Denver's statistically always is one of the best defenses in the league. They did lose the league, but you still got Von Miller. Then you add Bradley Chubb, the D from NC State. Can you find a running game, and can you find a quarterback? Finally, in Case Keenum, is Case Keenum the answer to get Denver back to the playoffs after 2 back-to-back 500 seasons?
That's like Case Keenum. As you recall, he had a great collegiate career as throwing the football. He didn't play top 5 power conferences every year, but he had a great career. He's one of those guys that's gonna throw that ball and he's gonna spread it around. He's gonna get it to whoever's open. I think he's gonna fit the system Denver has, because you think even when Peyton Manning was there and they won the Super Bowl, it wasn't because of the quarterback.
Absolutely. Nice.
So I don't think they necessarily need a savior quarterback to take them back to the level that they have been playing in. I think it's all on that defense. Defense, and that's the running game. So if Denver's running game comes to play, and that defense is back on track like they were, even though they lost the lead, but they still got Harris. They got another young guy, Roby.
Brandon Roby, the slot corner.
I don't think they'll necessarily be hurting the transition. I think Denver's going to be good, man, but it always going to depend on their running game. What's that defense? If Chubb and Von Miller's on both sides of good tackles on third and anything past 5 yards, I think it's going to be trouble.
And he still got Shane Ray. So
it's going to be a toss up, but that's why I like this conference as probably 1 or 2 in AFC as far as the best. AFC South and the
Bradley Chubb, caught this Sunday, big receiver out of SMU that I would have loved to have. Royce Freeman, running back out of Oregon, so he's gonna be battling with Devontae Booker for the starting running position. But you look at this roster, if Case Keenum could be serviceable, you'd figure they could just do some things, especially if they can run the football. But they gotta be able to run the football, because you're right, their defense is still all world. They were second in yards allowed last year. But they got a bunch of points up, and that's mostly because the offense put them in bad positions, and you Trevor Siemian and the other world's putting you in bad spots. So
it's hard to be consistent and strong. If you come back on the field. But Case Keenum had the same situation in Minnesota last year.
So you think you got a really good defense? Just manage the game.
And he did well. He did well.
And last but not least, the Oakland Raiders. I don't know what. First of all, you pay a man $100 million to coach a football team who ain't coached in 10 years. That's the first thing you do. The first thing you do is sign a man who haven't coached in a decade for $10 million a season, so $100 million guaranteed. That's the first thing you do. The second thing you do is trade one or two of the best defensive players in all the league, a former defensive player of the year, away as soon as you get through the door. Those are John Gruden's first initial moves as he get to Oakland.
I was shocked. I was shocked.
I think everybody was.
I was shocked. I mean, to see Khalil Mack not only not get his deal, but to get traded, and I can see if, Oakland was a team that's, on top of their game, and they're heavily loaded with veterans and leaders that's taking them back and forth to the playoffs every year when you get rid of players like that. That's why I was so shocked about the deal. I mean, because, Khalil Mack is a playmaker, man. I mean, he's a game changer. I never heard nothing bad, as far as him with his attitude or detrimental or nothing as far as with the team. So, I mean, I honestly didn't understand where that trade came from because the man wants his money. If he's putting up numbers consistently, give him his money. If he's a player that's going to help your team get over the edge, get over the hump, or be competitive, give him his money. So, I honestly, man, you give a guy, all respect for Gruden, he did win a Super Bowl.
When somebody else's player would go on.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, I'm not going to John, he's been away from the game, 10 years?
9, 10 years, somewhere around.
So, I try to look at it like this. I'll let him be a coach, but I'm not going to let him run my team. What I say by that is he's analyzed a lot of players over the last 9, 10 years. He's learned their goods, their bads, their ups, their downs, their lefts, their rights. So, I would say that's some advantage. But he also has seen a lot of coaches get fired, get hired, get hired, get fired. So, he would have picked on that as well. So, but the GM point of view, I don't think he's the one to determine who plays, who don't, because he got the old school mentality. If you don't do something the right way or say something the right way, it might not go too well with him.
He's out of touch.
And once old school coaches, once y'all bump heads, that's it.
But something you brought up about him not running the team. But let's be frank. If I pay you $100 million, he gonna have some input.
That's why I said it. I don't care if he got the GM label or not, but if he get paid that much money, he has a lot, a lot of say on who comes
and who goes.
Roster.
A 26-year-old freaking pass rusher. There are a few things in the NFL that you want to be able to do. The three most basic things. You want to have a great quarterback. You want to protect the quarterback. And then you want to get after the quarterback. So that's the three things that you want in the NFL, and you just got rid of a guy in the middle of his prime. And I don't give a damn how many picks you got for him. Because if they don't become this guy, it does not matter. And what makes this even more shameful is after Aaron Donald signed his deal the day before. Word came out that Khalil Mack didn't even want the same amount of money as Aaron Donald wanted. When you draft a really great player, you hope that you draft a star. Right. You develop. Man, we hope we drafted a star. Then you develop a star and get to his peak, and you trade him.
Let him go.
I mean, how do you do this? And I mean, I don't.
Do they still have the rights to Aldon Smith? Remember him?
Oh my God!
Which was a ferocious pass rusher who had a lot of problems, off the field.
I know. I think he's in trouble again. So it's time to pick the division. But let me, because you kind of took all that. But you know what? Let's go back to the Chargers because I want to mention that they had, they drafted the safety Derwin James out of Florida State. Safety wasn't a big need for them, but when you add another defensive playmaker to a defense that's already pretty loaded. Now they lost Barrett at the beginning of the training camp, which is big. Did. But Cameron Hayward, if you don't know him, the cornerback from Vanderbilt, he's really, really good. So I'm super high on these Chargers. Right. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen is a top 5 receiver, top 6. If you don't know Keenan Allen, a lot of people don't know he's understated. Keenan Allen is one of the better receivers in this league. Now I do not like the tight end getting injured, but I love me some Melvin Gordon. Melvin Ingram, Bosa on the other end.
Yeah, man.
I'm all chips in. Phillip Rivers has been going through so much suffering and pain, and you think about all these years, about all the bad luck, the injuries, and everything that could go wrong for the Chargers. Yes. Yeah. I just think this is the year, man. Fate. I believe in it. Phillip Rivers and the Chargers win the AFC West, which is improving, as you already mentioned earlier. I got the Chargers winning the West. The LA Chargers, Superchargers.
I agree with everything you say up until them winning the West. I honestly think Denver's gonna win. Like you know, Philly Rivers, of course, is a Hall of Fame quarterback. You know, and I don't see Case Keenum on his level as far as being a Hall of Fame quarterback. But at the same time, like we discussed, I see Case Keenum as a game manager. You know, Elway and the Denver Broncos organization, they're a winning organization. And if a guy comes in, not just being young, but he comes in and have won something in the NFL already, you know, he has that confidence. He has that swag. So basically, Denver just got to keep being himself and helping aid him on the way. And he just keep being himself and managing the game as he did last year. Denver's going to be a force in the West. That's why I like them to win this year.
You got Denver. I mean, it's like you mentioned earlier, this is an improving division because you look at Kansas City, talent-wise, they got offensively. I worry about them defensively, but offensively, Patrick Mahomes is what we think he is. This offense going to put up a ton of points. He calling the greatest show on turf.
I'm telling you.
West. I like the Chargers. You know what the Chargers got? Broncos defensively already there. If you can get social play out of Case Keenum and get a running game,
right.
This is going to be a really good division. I got the Chargers. He has the Broncos. So those are our division picks. And before we get to our wild card picks in the conference, ultimately our conference champion, you want to chime in 864-378-5943, 864-378-5943. Or if you want to comment right here, pick your division winners. I have the number at the bottom of the screen right there. And also, if you look in your right corner there, you can see those divisions going across the screen of the AFC. So if you forget who's in somebody's division, there you go. So when you make your picks, you know who you picking. Let's get to our wild cards, and we're out. You know, I'll start with you since you're my guest. I'll start with you. You give me your 2 wild card teams and kind of break them down a little bit.
You know, I wouldn't call them a wild card, but they haven't had success. You know, they basically don't even get past the first round of playoffs. Anything, but I wouldn't call them a wild card. But I feel like they're gonna be a team that nobody expects this good. First of all, the Houston team. No.
You looking at wild like it's a wild. I mean, no, the next 2 teams in the playoffs. The next 2 teams,
like other than the division?
Yeah, the other divisions.
Man, it's a hand down. Whoever Houston's gonna win the division.
You got Houston in the division.
Jacksonville's gonna be a wild card.
Okay.
And Denver's gonna win the division. So of course you like the LA Chargers. So you got to have the other wild card.
You got the Chargers in the wild card.
Right.
Okay, I kind of like that. Kind of like where you going there because we kind of on the same thing here because I got Jacksonville winning the South, but I got Texas at the wild card.
Okay.
And then you know where we switch is at because you got the Broncos and Chargers. I got the Chiefs and the Chargers. So I got the Chiefs as the wild card. I leave the Broncos out. I think Case Keenum glass slipper comes off and it is clock strikes midnight on him. So that was my wild card pick. And now, without further ado, who is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl in 2019 in the Mercedes-Benz Dome in Atlanta? So give me your conference champion.
Man,
without being biased. I'm just kidding.
I honestly, you know, I like New England. Not to be the conference champion, but you know, I like New England as far as, you know, football. I love the winning chemistry. Love the win. But I think the era is over. Being a Tom Brady fan, you know, I think the era is over. So that being said,
wow,
the new era, man. It's the new era. The
young,
prolific, athletic, throwing, smart, intelligent quarterback who has been on the radar since he came into the NFL. He was on the radar. You know why I say he was under the radar?
Because he was like the 3rd or 4th quarterback chosen.
He was maybe number 10th or number 12th player chosen. He was the best player in the draft.
Oh, I agree.
But I
agree.
It was too many people went in front of him. If he went number 2, it still was too many people in front of him.
I agree with that. That's my sentiment exactly.
I mean, any offensive player, first of all, but any quarterback that I ain't gonna say dominate, but literally competes and puts up the numbers he put up against Nick Saban, Alabama defense 2 years in a row, won one, lost one being the national championship, and you got to say this guy, he almost threw for 1,000 yards in 2 games. So doing that to Alabama's defense, in which today we all know is NFL ready players anyway. So I mean, what's gonna stop him from doing it again with all his defenders healthy? So I mean, man,
I'm with you. Sky's the limit.
Represent the AFC this year.
I mean, man, you know what I'm saying? Because it was over for me after I seen the 2 championship games against Alabama. This is the best player in college football. He should have won the Heisman as well. Definitely should have been on overall pick. But you're right, the chip is definitely on his shoulder because there's no way in hell Mr. Trubisky, Patrick Mahomes, and I'm missing somebody.
How's Mr. Trubisky doing? I haven't heard nothing from him since he got drafted number 2.
You know, we're going to find out about Mr. Trubisky this year. But I know if I'm the Bears and you make a trade like that and Deshaun Watson your boy, you deserve whatever you get. Now, I praised them for trading for Khalil Mack, but that was stupid. You got the Deshaun Watson. I mean, he's buying all in. He got his chip. Now, he stole my thunder because I thought him being the Patriot guy, he was going to come here and just do what he do and pick the damn Patriots. And then I was going to come on here and I was going to shake things up and drop the bomb on Patriots fans and tell why you not going to go to the Super Bowl this year. Because that was my, y'all not going to Super Bowl this year. But he took my thunder.
I'm sorry.
It's okay because you know what? You're a real fan because that means you know why you think they're not going to Super Bowl. The reason why I don't think they're going. Too many losses. You're asking way too much of Tom Brady. At some point, it's going to catch up. It's going to catch up.
It's either Tom or Gronk. You know, they ask a lot from him, and he takes a physical beating as well. So, you know, I hope they have a whole season healthy, but I don't think we come.
I like it, man. But let me go ahead and get you my conference champion. I guess you can kind of tell where I've been leaning with. I have brought divine intervention in here. I'm telling you, it is destiny. It is fate. It is going to happen this year. Phillip Rivers and his 10 kids, they're going to the Super Bowl this year. Wow. The Chargers are going to win the AFC this year. I have the Chargers and Phillip Rivers going to the Super Bowl representing the AFC. So those are our picks. If you want to get in before we get out of here, got a few more minutes. You can get in with your AFC Conference Championship picks. 864-378-5943, 378-5943. This is the best damn sports podcast, period. You know who I am, the sensational Sentell Whiteman. I am joined by the one and only Dwayne Debo Hudson, one of Cal Falls finest. He's in the building. He's been tremendous today. He brought tremendous insight like I knew he would. This man is a savant. This man's a savant.
You know I love my ball, man. You know I love my ball.
This man's a savant. But
if I get this microphone to work with me, I'll be all right, right?
Go ahead. Handle that thing.
I think we're about right, though. We can handle it. We can go from here.
I figured you'd have figured it out by then, but hey, you maintain your professionalism. You never lost your train of thought even while you was playing with that thing. So I appreciate the professionalism. But we in here, man. We having a good time. We just talking about the NFC, man. I mean the AFC. I'm sorry, but before I got here, I'll be back Thursday. But because few good games this Thursday. I mean Saturday in college football, and we'll go. Break those down a little bit more in depth Thursday, but you know the names of the game. Georgia at South Carolina, huge game for Muschamp in the game because Georgia looks like the team to beat in the SEC East. So big game for the South Carolina Gamecocks at home. Maybe they can pull a win like they did against Bama 2010. USC at Stanford. Bryce Love struggled last week against San Diego, so let's see what he can do against Southern Cal's defense. Got to bounce back. 24 yards. I think it's at the box too, so And then of course Clemson at A&M, and the question is not if Clemson is going to beat A&M. The question still remains who is going to get the most snaps for Clemson, which is just mind-boggling to me that this is even a topic of conversation. Kelly Bryant will start, should get all the snaps. I hope he gets all the snaps. God, I hope he gets all the snaps. Because you kind of close that situation. Before we get out here, let me get your take on that, because I know you got a little bit more insight than I do in that situation. Your thoughts on that whole ordeal.
Well, of course, I'm not a Clemson Tiger fan.
Don't use don't use the N-word. Go ahead.
I apologize.
Oh, you didn't use it, but just go. I was just getting you for why I had a problem yesterday.
But I tell you, man, Kelly Bryant is a phenomenal specimen. He reminds me so much of Cam Newton when Cam Newton was at Auburn. But one thing what stands out to me more than anything about Kelly, third down completion percentage. And I'm not talking about Googling numbers. I'm talking about AFC football.
You know these on top of the head.
I watched a lot of his games. Heard a lot of literally. And other than that championship game when he was blindside, of course, many quarterbacks would lose a ball. work on. But other than that, he follow a lot as well. So third down conversion, no turnover. And he's a physical specimen. If nothing else works, Kentucky can go. Have him out there.
I don't know what this is. I kind of know where it's coming from, but it's crazy that found a guy can go 12-2, and we having these silly questions. I just don't even know how we even get.
Before you finish that, and as well as we know who my pick was come out of the AFC completely this year, Houston Texans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, lift this shot.
Yes, he did. So he's in the same quarterback room.
You know, hey, go Tigers, go Kelly B. I'm excited to see you get all the stats Saturday night.
Well, hey, we're about to get out of here. I'm gonna get this man if he got any more last words before we go. I'm gonna let him speak on it. But again, I'll be back Thursday night, 8:30 starting time. We'll preview some of these college games. Only a few really in-depth, intriguing games, but we got to get some picks. I got to bring you some picks. And I got to bring you Sentell Sucker of the Week, so you got to be here for that. So I'll be back Thursday, 8:30. So tune in for that. Any last words there, sir?
Well, just thanks for having me, man.
Of
first
course.
time in Intel. I should wish I was a little more prepared, because I kind of. But I'm here. I was rushing to get in, but I'm glad to be here, man. I would love to come back. Anytime.
Absolutely, boy. Absolutely.
Ball, that's always been my thing.
Absolutely.
So, hey, anytime. I'm glad to be here.
Appreciate you coming through, boy. I've been trying to get you for a while. I want you for basketball, but hey, you dropped some knowledge today, man. This is the kind of guest you need right here. We just come in here and drop all this good knowledge on you. Appreciate him coming through. You know who I am, the sensational Sentell Wideman. My man, Dwayne Hudson, thank him for stopping by, dropping in, drop that knowledge on us. I'll see you Thursday at 8:30. I am out.
Yeah, God. I like that little show, man. Hey, that's something like what Richard Jefferson have been doing.